I'm Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL. You might notice we don't have it overlay tonight. We're keeping it real chill. I'm hoping we're big enough for you to see. We're going to be making characters for our upcoming Game of Thrones House War one-shot, where we're testing out the House War system and seeing if you, audience, and we, the players, enjoy the system. That's going to be Tuesday the somethingth at some time. It's going to be Tuesday the 1st at 8 o'clock Eastern. ASOIAF will be joining us as our artist in residence, and we'll be live drawing characters and scenes from it. And before we get started, one final note. It's a one-shot. Yes, Bradley, I know that you're a huge fan of Game of Thrones. It's a one-shot. But if it's successful, I'll be looking at doing a Game of Thrones actual long-term show down the line. Because I know that Game of Thrones hype is real as F right now. And I just want to make sure before I commit to it that we'll actually be able to play and be like, oh, we're having fun. During the one-shot that we do on Tuesday night, all of the audience members will be asked to switch their name colors to match the colors of the house that they want to support. So picking house colors tonight. Virgil will be joining us in a little while. He's a bit behind. Picking the house colors and switching your name to it. I'll be taking quick informal polls of the audience to see which house is most popular over that time, and they'll get a little bit of bump on the House Fortunes roll, which is where at the end of every month we see how they're doing. Whether they're getting wrecked or whether they're getting what's the opposite of wrecked? Good? Getting good.
It'd be getting good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Let's introduce everybody real quick. Lexi, how's it going?
Hi. Going all right. I just got back from a trip. As you can see behind me, I'm currently doing some construction. I got a shelf. I'm trying to get that kind of settled up because it was kind of in the way. But yeah, I'm really excited about this Game of Thrones. I messaged me I think it was like last week, like, hey.
Yeah, I was like, emergency! Can you make it? Oh my gosh!
And I was like, yes, that sounds so awesome. Like, you mean I can kill and sled around the realm?
That was your exact words.
That was my exact words. I'm so ready for that.
I told people that and they didn't believe me.
No. You didn't believe him?
I believed it.
Okay, yeah. I feel like, if you know me, then that's pretty believable. So I'm super excited. So thank you for thinking of me in the emergency for this spot.
Speaking of someone else who I thought of in an emergency, Pondo, how's it going?
Oh, it was okay.
This cat, like the cast for this one shot changed like 15 times. I was literally just like, oh my gosh, who am I gonna get on it? It was bad.
Yeah, no, I'll do it. Yeah, Pondo. I'm doing good. Today just finished deploy up, dude, for 2 weeks. Well, 2 weekends, so.
Excellent.
Tore a lot of stuff down today. Unscrewed a lot of things. A lot of people who were supposed to help out didn't know what they're doing. So I told them to get out of the way.
Yeah, that's. How's your streaming been going? I understand you're about to start streaming XCOM professionally.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna start tomorrow, and try to go every day and beat XCOM 2 before the DLC comes out the 29th, which I think is possible.
You're gonna cry a lot.
I'm gonna cry a lot when all my people die.
Yeah.
Been going good so far. No one's died. And I did make some mess ups, but I was able to clean them up pretty well.
Are you playing Iron Man where you have to restart every time you end your save? No saves coming. Oh, well, we're done.
I didn't do any saves coming, though, but I didn't do it. I'm not going to do saves come. I forgot to activate that. I'm sorry.
We're done.
I messed up on that part.
We're done.
Okay.
We're through.
When you could play 30
No
hours
more.
of that game and still win without having to redo a save, that's when you know that you've made it.
I don't trust the game to not glitch. That's my main.
Ah, there we go.
The
All right.
excuse has started. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's a serious thing. I don't trust it not glitch.
That would be quite
Even that
filthy.
long war, I found it where stupid thing didn't work like it should have.
That's true. That's true. All right, let's pop up the house creation tutorial thing. We have a Google Docs here where we'll be storing our houses. At the bottom, everybody should have a house. You can just write stuff down and keep it. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. It's not as great as I'd like it to be.
So
We
it's gonna
are
be-
each going to be from one of 4 realms. I will be creating 2 NPC houses to kind of be antagonists or just things. So you guys won't just be fighting each other. In fact, there's no reason for you to fight each other if you don't want to. But there will be antagonist houses that I'll be creating that'll be like, oh, nice land you've got there. How about if I take an army and steal it? You'll get to pick from one of these 4 realms. King's Landing, the Reach, the Riverlands, and the Westerlands. So that's House Baratheon, Tully, Tyrell, and Lannister. Do you guys have any particular preference?
You know, I was kind of thinking the Reach.
The Reach?
High
You were going
Garden.
Tyrell.
Tyrell, I was thinking, strong, independent women in Tyrells, as we've
True.
seen.
True.
So that might
Each
be-
one hotter or more sharp-tongued than the last.
Well, yeah, I mean, as they get younger, I would say, but to each their own. But, but yeah, I think I'd probably go with the Reach. I think I'll fit with my character quite nicely. Kind of breeds strong women, and my character's, gonna be a strong woman.
Sounds good.
Independent woman.
Hondo?
No idea. AP. What area or what house?
What house? That's a great question.
Uh,
You have a favorite? You're gonna get destroyed by Chad.
No.
Chad is already...
See, I wish I could be like, Stark, but
I know, everybody wants to be Stark.
of course.
Chad is
I'm
like, they
Chad.
know
high
us.
morality, righteous. I mean, that's fits right in with
Uh,
my heart.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I don't really know. Probably.
Chad is losing their shit over Lannisters right now.
King of the North.
Don't be a Lannister unless you want to always pay your debts
Or have lots of money.
or have lots of money. That's true. They are very
say
rich.
your dad.
So she went for the Reach. I'll go for Casterly Rock.
That's
That's
Lannisters.
Lannister.
Yep.
Lannister.
All right.
I'll be a Lannister. Why not?
All right.
You like your sisters?
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah, you gotta keep the blood within the blood.
I feel like that was Lexi just running on stage and RKOing you as she went past. Amazing.
She got me.
It's true.
I
Excellent.
can't deny it.
So we're on page 126 of the PDF, at least the tablet form that I have. As long as we're somewhat following around the
Okay.
same general area, it's not going to be the page number. Very important.
Number
126.
126.
126. Awesome.
So it's actually 127.
7.
Oh, okay.
Since Virgil's not here, I'm going to have the last 2 houses be from River Run and King's Landing. And that means he'll get to be able to be from anywhere. We're going to roll 76 a couple of times. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
7?
Yep, 7 stats. Defense, influence, lands, law, population, power, and wealth.
Okay.
Do we go off? There's the table at the bottom, or we
Yep,
just
yep.
gonna
So
write them
just
again?
roll for each of those stats, 76. You can do something like
I'll
this.
let you go first.
Let me go first.
Well, I mean, it's gonna get a mess.
Let me try to switch back.
Oh, did you already have a macro or something set up?
I mean, I'll send you guys what I used to do
Okay.
that. Does that? If you just hit enter and then up enter a bunch of
Oh,
times.
okay. Never mind. Yeah.
Let's see
Okay,
here.
what, 70?
So 76.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll wait for.
An incredibly average roll on my part.
Like Lexi do all her stuff.
Whoa, 32.
6 and
28.
7.
How do you get so good at rolling?
Well, we know, like, at the beginning I do really well. It's towards the end when it really matters. That's when
Oh,
I really stop. Start.
I did the
thinking.
wrong thing.
when it matters. All right, so let's see here.
Mhm.
Defense.
How do you get it where it's confined like that? Oh.
Double bracket on each side.
3.
Double bracket.
1, 2, 3.
Law,
All right.
pop,
Got them lands
Mm.
though.
wealth. I mean, you want to be from the north, right? That's all the north has is lands.
Yeah, that's it.
Oops. All right, so this one is King's Landing.
I
Terribly.
think it's
So,
no, actually
24.
it's 32 land. Because my influence is actually only 23. Jeez. That's 24.
Nothing better than just doing spreadsheets all day. This is what my streams become lately.
Oh, okay.
Even worse is that people like watching it. Oh, you don't have to do a slash, and it's got to be a double. There you
Yeah,
go.
I got it now.
Got it.
Oh, 30. Oh, shit.
What the what? Is that your what's number 3? Oh, that's your land score. Damn, that's actually really good though. That's your law, but you got a lot of land. It's perfectly
It's okay.
reasonable that you weren't capable of enforcing it.
Well, at least you don't have that many people to enforce, the crappy law.
7, there you go.
About average.
I need to do 7
So
more.
what is that? It's like 2 19s. Holy shit. Okay.
God. Wow, that roll, that was a swing right there.
It's like a roller coaster of emotions.
It is. I got a 15 and then a 31, and I ended on a 33. I mean, we're
Like about average,
yeah.
probably. And then like 2 19s.
All right, so each of these stats is going to be modified by the house that you are at.
Defense,
Oh, awesome.
influence,
So just
lands, law.
That's good to hear.
Put them in, and then we'll alter them. There's a chart on page 126 at the bottom that tells
Okay,
you
28 doesn't matter.
how to
Oh, okay, I see.
edit it. So let's see here.
I did not even have my spreadsheet open.
For being a member of whatever a stand. Where am I from? King's Landing. I get +5 defense. -5, -5, +20, +5, -5, Okay, so I end up with 26, 22, 22, 43, 26. Oh my gosh, their power rating is 16. These guys literally have no armies. They're just terrible at everything beyond enforcing the law.
You must be really good politics.
Good
No
politic.
army, yeah.
Tullys are the Riverlands, so -5.
Rip. I was sorry putting it in.
+10. +5. Man, Chad is like following along. We're making sure we're doing it right. 41 population. Some of these are so swingy. All right. The Tullys have a ton of people and are super wealthy.
19, 19. 7 stats, right?
Yep.
So that 88's not any good.
Player gets to modify the values by rolling 1d6, adding it to a resource of their choice. The immediate result is larger groups of players will have slightly more powerful houses because they have the benefit of more characters. Player may modify any resource, but no resource may benefit by more than 2 extra rolls.
Dang. 33 influence. 32 land.
All right, so I think influence is the key power, and both of them are going to try to edit theirs. Ooh, and they roll garbage.
Good. I mean, well, that's a shame.
Can't you respect their independence? They roll just well enough, actually, to get a bump up in influence.
Population.
Totals.
I don't think I have anybody in population. Power. Wealth. Okay, so 24, 25, 37. 19. I have no population.
Influence is
Oh, what a
small
shame.
minor house.
How are you gonna fight wars with no people?
I mean, I have a lot of land apparently.
You hire other people to do it.
True, but how much wealth do you have?
About 22. But I
I'm
haven't
looking,
done.
I'm looking real nice right now. 33 influence.
Oh,
32
33
land,
influence is real good. Yeah.
32 land, 33 population,
Um,
32 wealth, 25 power, 21 law, and my worst defense is 19. It's okay. I have like a bunch of people, right? You just toss more people at them. That's the defense.
I don't see Casterly Rock.
It'll be called the Westerlands.
Oh, okay. So defense -5. Ow.
I'm trying to.
-5 influence plus 10.
All right, so let's interpret what you've got here.
Oh, I
Let's see.
take a -5 to lands. That's a
Yeah, get wrecked.
Trying to,
So
like, move
you
it.
get to roll d6 and add it to any of your numbers, Lexi.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Ah,
Yep, the modification roll.
Let me see. Where's the? Bring that up over here.
-5 to
So I do
law.
another D6.
-5 to population. Oh, jeez.
7d6.
Ooh, no.
Just one d6.
0
Okay,
power.
one. So it's 1,
Wealth.
2,
I get +20 wealth. All right, I am rich.
5.
Yeah, that's where it's at. 5. All right, you get to add 5 to any of your scores.
Is there a breakdown of what like each does? Okay. I see my
Yes.
defense, disguise rotation, area. I mean, I feel like I'm doing pretty well in everything else besides defense. I might need to.
If you put the 5 points into power, you'll be able to reach 30 power, which is the next tier.
Ah, thank you.
So that's or defense, which will bring you from 19 to 24, which brings you up out of the 19s. It brings you into the 20s, basically.
Okay, it should be like a different tier. So
Yeah,
if I'm,
either
like,
of
wooden
those is gonna work.
palisades, I'll have stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the difference. At a 19 defense, you have some cultivation, a presence of a keep. At 21 to 30, you have defensible with a fortified town or castle. Roads and trails are present. So,
I mean, it
I
doesn't
mean,
matter how powerful you are if you don't have,
defense.
troops around.
Yes,
Alright,
as
so-
Bradley says in chat, defense is important.
13.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was thinking too. So I'm actually gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna go
All right,
defense.
so you have 24
and-
defense.
13.
Let
Actually
me
gets rid of my negative that my house gave me. Nice.
oracle up your stats here. At a 33, you are as influential as a minor noble house, like House Karstark. So like people will know your name when you get introduced. A 32 lands is an area of land that includes several terrain features or a large group of islands. So you have a sizable bounty. 21 law is a typical level of law. Crime is common, but not out of control. 33 population, a modest-sized population, one town with several hamlets. 25 power is a modest force of soldiers, including trained troops. And 32 wealth is prosperous. Your family has the funds to live in accordance with their station. You're good. You're good so far. Do you have a name for this house?
For my house? I'm gonna have to think on that. But can I message it to you later after I
Yeah,
think about it?
yeah. I think I'm
Okay.
gonna name. I'm gonna.
I want to make it cat themed for my stream. You know?
So
Of
I'm
course.
affluent in wealth. I got 42 wealth. Shit.
What
So I
the
got 14.
42?
What?
It's +20 for the Westerlands. Yeah.
What?
I'm
Plus
rich.
20?
+20.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, rich is definitely the word for it.
I've got no population or power. No, I got power. I have no law or no.
I feel like there's like a gold mine on your lands, and that's literally it.
For real though.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
everything else is like.
I farm gold.
Farm gold.
That's what we eat.
How I mine for fish.
Lawlessness
Literally, your
and
only town's
vanity
called
are
Goldshire.
a problem. Okay, so I got 14 law and 14 population.
All right, chat. I'm actually gonna field my question to you. I have two houses, one from King's Landing lands and the other from House Tully lands. What are their names? What are their house names? Keep it appropriate. House lolcats will not be accepted.
So I have 35 influence and 32 lands. So an area of land that includes several terrain features, islands, and large groups of islands. House Greyjoy, for example.
Your stats are like a roller coaster, man.
It's terrible.
I mean, you have a small, very influential, very wealthy house that their peasant population is completely unguarded and runs wild.
Perfect to take advantage of. Sounds like.
House Sapphire.
Influence. A minor house. Examples include house clinging, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Can you marry in this game? Like,
Yeah.
all right, all right, all right, all right.
Stay away from my money.
Seduction is so important that it's actually one of the 7 ways you can talk to somebody in the intrigue system.
See, slutting around the realm is where it comes into play, guys.
It's gonna. I mean,
You
yes.
thought I was kidding.
I didn't think you were kidding.
No, of course not.
House Hollow Ward. I like that.
I mean, it's
Hollow
effective.
Ward.
So I can't bump up my law or anything, can I?
You can roll a 1d6 right now. You get to do your modification roll. Roll a d6,
Okay, so
and then you
1d6
add
and then
that
that's
to a
good.
stat that you want.
Okay.
These stats are going to keep getting modified. Don't think that this is the end. They're going to shift up and down as character creation continues.
Can I save the D6 or I just need to use it now?
You need to use it now.
Okay. Shit. It's not,
Pondo,
it's
Pondo,
not
Pondo.
Discord. It's not Discord. No.
Not Discord.
Oh, 5. Okay. I feel like I should put that into law. Maybe it's defense. I don't know. Probably law would be a good idea.
What's more important to you?
Internal affairs.
Internal affairs. Okay. Oh
I
yeah,
have the
your
money to
stats could
hire
get
people.
worse.
They
That's
could get
true.
way worse. Oh, awesome.
Yep.
I have the money to hire people for defending my land.
That's true. That's true. All right. We get to move
Will
to
they
the.
die for you? Is the question.
If he pays them well enough, it appears that they will.
Maybe. Just depends.
Each
have
of
the
us is going to roll a d6 to see how long ago we were founded. That's on page 131. I'm rolling 2d6 because I have 2 houses. Boop. Oh no! Oh no!
So 136
131.
or 131. Okay. So
All right.
D6.
So House
So it's one.
Zephyr was founded during Aegon's Conquer.
I did it again. 3.
And this is a completely new house.
I am old.
Okay, and you just do 1d6, right?
Historical
Yep.
event 1d6, but I was
You were founded during the Rhinonar invasion.
I'm ancient.
okay.
What?
Heroes.
What?
What? We've been
From the
here
age-
forever.
Yeah. There's probably places named after your house, like how Lannisport is named after Lannis the Clever.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a nice city that's just named after your house. All right.
Like tons of stuff. Probably
on-
like, landmarks too.
On the right hand, you can see that there's a number of events that you need to roll for. So you roll 1d6, and that's how many events you have. I need to roll 1d6 and 1d6 minus 2.
And so you just do 1d6 and now do like +3 in the brackets,
Yup.
right?
You
That
actually
would
rolled
work?
high for the young one.
Yes, I did.
They've had a lot of shit happen.
Yep.
5. Damn.
3.
5 is good.
Next
Next up,
well,
on the next table, you roll 3d6 for each historical event.
okay.
And it'll tell you what that was. The first event is very important. That's how your house is founded.
Okay.
So it'll go like this. You'll roll. You'll go and look up how your house is founded. And it'll give you an idea. And then you'll write a little story about it. Each time you roll, you consult it. You see what will shift in your stats. And then you write a little story about how your house has moved along. So I'm
Okay.
going to start by finishing out the history of
So
House of
3d6, 12. Please be nothing bad.
It's good. Your house ascends.
Ascent.
And I think you get
So
risen
influence
up-
goes 1d6.
Yeah, I think you rise up from being a super peasant. 13.
Wait me a
favor.
second. Yeah.
So I
That would
think
explain how I got money. I get more money.
if you ascend as your first thing, it's like a peasant who like the noble lords are like, cool. You get to be a cool knight now, and you're a sweet lord. kind of deal.
You roll.
Ah.
How many of those? Yeah, so 1, 2,
So
3. Okay.
this is favor, and I get 4 extra d6s.
3. Oh, 2 6.
Super ultra peasant.
Madness.
So I roll 2 6s and 1 1.
I have garbage rolls.
So the one is in influence, which I've got enough of.
1, 3, and then the last 3 is in power.
6. First 6 is in lands, which of course I needed more.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do mine now.
Excellent.
15.
That's really good.
Villain.
Villainous.
Wow. Okay. So first event 15.
Power.
Villain.
Victory,
Second
windfall,
six. I'm at
Second one.
infrastructure, favor, glory. Oh, favor. There it is.
17. Conquest.
Time for political intrigue.
My house.
Then
can-
+3.
Okay.
So I have 45 wealth now.
13 is favor. All right.
Come look at all my money. I'm not rich yet.
8.
Like,
Oof,
by the way.
Scandal.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Probably. I'll be
so
strong
founding
enough.
event was Ascent.
And then my last one will be 12, which is Ascent as well. Nice. Only one negative.
So make sure to write down each one so that you can make a story of how your house came together.
Yes.
Yeah, I got an event table
Perfect.
going on right now too,
Okay.
and then I just add, and I have to roll individually for each thing it either adds or takes away from, right?
Yup. Uh-oh.
11.
Okay, so let me see. So
Invasion and revolt.
Infrastructure. Choose 2, increase by d6. Cool.
first one is villain, and that's 1d6 for influence.
I think I want to put it in law.
Zoom in some. I'm gonna zoom in. There we go.
I think I want to put it in law. Population's an issue. Defense might be a good idea.
Oh, you got infrastructure? That's so good. That's a
Yes.
really good one. That's the flex stat.
Is that
The only
yes,
thing
this
that's
is-
better is windfall.
Yes. So I think I want to put that in defense and then law. Because that's where I'm mainly lacking.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the villain. So influence plus 4.
5. 5.
1, which doesn't well. And 2. 2 is better than 1.
Let me go ahead and get this. Villain, law,
So we end up with 6
population, power, wealth. Okay, and then
minus 2 is 41. Look, we're just randomly muttering to each other now.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. It's like,
The Maester's
Consulting
consulting the
the
ancient scrolls. And it's so interesting.
Villain, and then -1 to law and population. Aw, man, that's lame. So -6 to land. Oof, oof, oof. Wait, no, -6 to law. All right, that's not that bad.
All right.
Sorry, peoples. And then
Set that can't be good.
then do
Ow. Ow. I just got law.
damn, it's -6 population. That's lame.
-6 power. Oh well.
And then
I'm not
power.
worried about wealth.
And then I got +4 to power. All right. Next is conquest. Just -6 defense.
Oh my gosh. This house was founded by treachery. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's going to be bad.
Dang. Mine
Uh,
or one you're
you
doing?
gained your house by mean of some dark deeds, possibly betraying another noble lord. All right, cool.
So okay, so it's
Oh,
invasion. Wait, is that 7? Okay, invasion/revolt. You know what? That makes sense.
1d6 for influence. That's +5. Nice.
So 2d6 for law, 1d6 for population power and wealth.
1d6 for lands.
Okay, hello.
4. Minus 1d6 for law. Jeez. I'm getting a hit on my law.
Oh, did you roll a 1?
No, I got 15, 17, 13, 8, and 12. So villain, conquest, favor, scandal, and ascent. Let's see. Conquest, law, population plus 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, plus 1. Thanks. Thanks, RNG.
Alright, so I need
Power is nothing. And then
3d6s.
1.
1, 2. Ouch. 3. Ouch. What was that first d6? Population. Yeah, no, I got nobody in my place.
Oh, favor is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's bear system. 1, 2.
That
3,
that hurts.
4.
That hurts a lot.
Favor is 2 influence.
These people have just been coasting by in the last couple of years.
5 law.
6. So my population's
5.
at 8.
5 power. Alrighty.
Brilliant.
Scandal. I need 3d6. 1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 3,
My
and
power
2.
goes down to 25.
So minus 4 influence.
And my wealth goes down to a mere 44.
Minus
Why
3
couldn't it have been my
lands,
wealth that took the 6?
and then oh,
'Cause, you know.
treachery. Oh no, it's scandal. Dang. Minus
-1 for wealth. I'm still
minus
rich.
2 power. All right.
Well, mostly rich.
Minus 2 power. All right.
Okay,
Then
so
finally
that's all the
ascent.
events for me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Event.
2, 3, and 4. Ascent. So
Evasion.
plus
/
5
revolt.
on influence.
I think I got an idea how to do this now. Okay.
We got 2 on land.
So I've got a
2
really small country.
on power, and then 3 on wealth.
Pondo, why don't you run me down for it? We've been doing a lot of intense stuff. I'm about halfway done with my second house. What do you got for me? Tell me about your house.
So my house was founded on from being ascended from the being poor. They rose above the ranks, and we helped improve the infrastructure a few years later. But the people got upset from our money, so they revolted against us.
That's what happens when you live in a place where the wealth of the nation comes from the ground. You don't have to provide for your people.
Yeah.
Is that all that's happened over the last few hundred years?
Yep.
Excellent. Apparently, what you did was get named to a very nice place, make that place better, and then you recently beat the hell out of peasants.
Yep.
All right, perfect.
I smacked him in the face with gold nuggets.
Do we have a name for your? I really want to be House Gold Nugga. House McDonald.
I won't have to think about it.
House McNugget.
Make a nugget.
They were named after the first glorious McNugget. All right, villainy. 1d6, 46s. Okay. 6, 5, 5, 2. Villainy, right? Yes.
I believe I only rolled a 3. Let me double check. I'll double check, but I believe I only rolled a 3.
It's Tuesday, Safang. Tuesday. Tuesday is the day that we play the game. Favor twice. All right. 8, 11, 5, 6.
Hmm. 76.
Final values are
Yep, I only rolled a 3.
14, 12, 32.
Oh, I saw a thing. That's me sledding my way across Westeros. You were
I
correct.
just-
You heard
I
correct.
just look at everyone and show them how much money I have.
You're the
I just-
Count Swan.
I just flashed them. Jeez. Got 12.
I have the land and the money. That's all I need.
Is that going to be your voice for your house lord?
I have no idea.
I've got the land and the money. You can't approach me, peasant. Get back. I built those roads that you're attacking me on.
And if you do dare attack me, I know the people to bring you down.
I pay very good money for my mercenaries to suppress the population.
Jeez. I got mine done finally.
All right, tell us about House Nico. Cat.
I'm not sure yet, right?
We'll work on it. We'll
We're
workshop the
working
name.
on it. Yeah, it's actually in an ancient language that because it's so old.
Oh,
There's no
the language
deciphering.
of the first men, of course. Yeah.
Well, first women. No, I'm
Or-
just kidding. Let's get. So we had starting off the house history. There was some villainy. Basically, we built a giant ray gun. No, I'm just kidding. So
Ice beam.
basically, huh?
Ice beam, of course.
Ice beam. Of course, we'll freeze all of enemies. So basically, my family took over, usurped this throne of the Reach from the previous family that held them through treachery and espionage. We went on to conquer more land surrounding the meager lands provided therein, gaining us lots of favor
Yeah. Yes.
with our population. But then we were hit by a scandal which ravaged our influence, our lands, and our power a little bit. But we then ascended when we married off one of our daughters to a noble lord of a neighboring lands, and they were then joined together under
Fantastic.
our flag. Yeah. And so, with that being said, a summary would be that in order to increase our influence, we have lowered our defenses, our law, killed a few people in our population, but has also increased our power and our wealth meagerly.
Your influence score is ridiculous now. Is it really a 45?
It really is a 45.
That's... I mean, you just
From-
entered a whole new tier. Let's see what that...
It's like the same tier as my wealth is.
All right. Wealth is affluent. Your family has more funds than it needs and lives in comfort. 45 influence is a powerful minor house with a colorful history, like House Frey. You're literally like, welcome, Stocks. It's me. You should marry my daughters.
Take her away.
Exactly.
Okay, let me
Hate that guy.
count out
Hate that guy.
that.
He's the worst.
Right.
You got like pretty well thrown out stats.
Yeah, but my
Mine are
my
like
defense a little off.
mine's extreme.
I'm gonna bold like the current totals right now because I need to clean up my defense, this whole deal. I can put them on the edge over here. New total.
I don't even know where Virgil is right now, man.
Oh shit! I need to do a minus 2d6. I forgot. Whoops.
18.
Look at this cheater. He forgot.
Yeah, I did. I did honestly. It's law. Damn.
Wins 37. Laws now 17. Population is
7. Okay. Well,
8.
didn't I just go back to square one now? I did.
Power. I
did
ascended a
indeed.
new level of power too to 34. My wealth is 36.
It's a good one.
21 minus 7.
I might not have lots of people, but damn, do I have a big army?
So next up we move to page 134, where we begin buying things with each of our pools. For instance, if you want to buy a hall or a keep, it's 20 defense points. If you want to buy a castle, it's 40 defense points. And we'll be putting these down on the map. So I guess I should probably start demarcating where exactly you guys are.
The line of demarcation.
Yeah.
Let's see. You said it was 144?
Yep. 134.
Oh, 134. Yeah, let's go
It's
way
like
forward.
135. Okay, so what is it? Defense holdings.
Yep. You spend your defense points to purchase these things.
Okay. Okay, so
So for
it's
instance, I have a 26 for my King's Landing group, so I'm going to go ahead and buy a keep. Or a hall. A small fortified building surrounded by a wall, and it has a tower.
I have 20, so I'll build a hall as well.
Oh, and it's going to be called the Cherry Keep. This is going to be made out of cherry wood. Boom, nailed it.
I have the money. I can't afford more defense. This is outrageous.
Buildings.
Influence is 30, which means maximum status is 4. Let me know when you guys are caught up on that, because the next part we changed slightly because we're playing House War rules.
Jeez.
Okay.
I can only afford a tower. That's
Yeah, you've got a single lonely tower out on your lands.
with tons of a huge army surrounding it though. Alright, so I'm gonna build a tower, which is minus.
So units defending the
10
hall gain a
defense.
+4 to their defense.
So then, so then we roll to see how much time it takes to make it. Is that right?
No. It'll be pre-built. So during the game, if you gain more defense points, you'll be able to purchase something else. So if you picked up another 10 defense points, you could say, I'm going to turn my tower into a hall. And then you'd roll for 60 plus 10d6 months as to how long that would take. Basically a really long time.
So let's say we got a.
So not this game, basically.
Not this game.
So
Your great
let's-
grandchildren might be able to see it.
So let's say we got a hall. Do we need 30 more to get a small castle, or?
Yes, you do.
Okay,
Yep.
so it does start over. Gotcha.
Or you can upgrade it, right? Like you can go from a
Yeah.
hall to a keep for 10.
Is there a
Okay,
way
that's
to,
that's what I was asking. So
you can only use defense points for the buildings. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Defense holdings. Okay.
Yep. All right, so next up is status. Normally, you would use status to buy heirs and children to like stock your house. We're not doing that. Each of your status scores will determine at the bottom of page 135. There's a chart that says influence and status.
Mhm.
It'll tell you what the maximum status your noble lord can have. It should be around 4 for most of us. I think Lexi might have 5 because she's ridiculous.
I have 5.
I'm at 4.
Your influence score is how many characters your house can hold in a house war game. So that's going to be like your noble lord, your like your heirs, your ladies, anybody that you want to have will all be from there. So for instance, House of Fire, which has 30 influence, gets to have 3 characters. What do you have, Pondo?
36. So
Wow, ridiculous! You guys are too good at this game. Too good at rolling. So you
Not
get
really, I
3
have-
characters and status 4.
Okay.
Next up is Landholdings.
So I just get 5, right?
You get status 5, and you're going to be able to make 4 characters, right? Because you have a 40-something score.
Yeah, 45. So status 5, and then characters is 4.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, and this is what we. Okay, I see. Cost.
Yep. From here on out, we can kind of work independently, but I think it'd be better if we stayed as a group and did each thing. Let me know what you prefer, because next up we're buying land. You're literally going to be able to define what's in your territory by saying, like, I'm going to buy hills, and there's going to be a town in those hills on the grasslands.
Oh, what am I going to do with all my land?
How much land do you have?
38.
That's a lot of land.
Got 32. Wait. So we're doing the land next. Sorry, I missed the part before
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Okay.
We're doing land now. So I'm gonna make plain. Oh, I don't know. Wetlands is actually pretty interesting.
Do we buy the heirs and stuff? Because I see that. Or
No,
not
we
doing
skip that
Okay.
because we're
Okay.
doing noble house
Gotcha.
house war rules.
S-
So for instance, you could buy a plains terrain for 5, make it on the coast for another 3, which is 8, and put a small town there, which is 28 total.
Okay, so this is like a lot of. All right.
Yep, you would get to micromanage your area. I think I'm gonna make it in the wetlands,
I'm
right?
taking out calculator.
Does King's Landing have wetlands? I feel like it does. Yeah, it's right on the edge of Tully Land for sure.
Does my area have hills?
They're gonna be
I think it
from
does.
there, and there's gonna be a river.
It does have hills.
The hills
Okay.
are high.
Wetlands coast small is 16.
So 38 minus.
Aha.
Uh,
There we go.
Hamlet.
Also, I got some mountains. I'm gonna definitely get some mountains. That's to be helpful with stuff.
3.
road.
And maybe I can buy some woods up or another town. No, I only have 4 points left. Is that right? Yes, I can buy some light woods. So our territories on a river coast. It's a small town in the wetlands, so it's really marshy and boggy. And there's some woods around, so it's literally like the worst place in the world to live. It's just it's like the swamps from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So hills, river.
Law describes your house fortunes. So at a 40.
20. So okay, should write all this down now.
Dense woods.
Well, I got to do the other people. They also can only afford a tower.
Guess I'm not alone.
Hills.
That tower must be the gold for all those soldiers you have for it.
Train hills. So we can have any of those?
Any of what?
Of the features.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's just within our grasp. Okay.
Yep.
So hills
30 is influence, and they get 3 status for characters.
features. Small town. Because I don't have a lot of people at all.
Plains. Where is this? This is the Tullys for sure. There's gonna be. I'm gonna put it on a plains, so it's gonna be a small town on the plains on a coast.
River.
Ooh, but then I can't afford a river. Stream.
So I mean, is there any reason to save your land points or?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Just wanted to double check.
If you want to spend them all, that's a good plan.
All right.
This is the name of this small town. We'll call it Habsburg. I will name it in Sudden Cringe's honor.
It's a river with a road. Hills, small town by a river with a road on hills. 3 points.
Zephyr? Man, that is...
Let's go with light woods.
You cursed me, Sudden. I'm literally honoring you and your sacrifice.
All right.
I feel really bad about our diplomacy game and Rachel, because she didn't know what was going on, and I feel like she got destroyed. And people were a little mean to her about it, including me.
Okay, so
you guys done buying land?
Yes.
Okay. Next up, we're doing law. You don't buy anything with law. Law modifies how lucky you are.
Oh man,
Fuck.
not lucky at all.
I'm terribly unlucky.
So you see at the chart in the lower right-hand corner that your law score modifies your house fortune. So when we go to randomly roll at how your house is doing for the month,
We're
this
doing
will
terribly, sir.
-5.
You're at -5. Yeah.
I have
No,
17
yeah, I'm at
law.
-5. House fortunes -5.
I mean, did you hear my history?
No.
Villainry,
Oh yeah, that's right.
scandal, conquest.
You know, I had that at 21 at one point, and then it went back down.
Yeah, I did. I had law at I had law at 21 as well. I had -5 starting off because my house. Thanks, house.
your population score also changes your house fortunes roll.
I got 8. Does that make it worse?
8? Holy cow! You get a
Yes.
-5 to your roll.
Shit.
Wait, the house does? Or wait, the
Population holdings. It does the exact same thing. It changes your roll. It's on the next page
okay.
on 137.
So I'm at -5.
24
-10
population is a
for
+1
fortune.
house fortunes.
Wait, is it
So
one?
-10 for
You mean
fortunes.
138? Ah, okay. All right. This is gonna bring me back. JK, I'm at 28
Jeez.
+1.
Does money help me? No.
Money will definitely help you down the road.
Money
Don't
never
worry.
helps anyone.
This is Game of Thrones. Money helps everybody.
Sorry, we appear to be low on cash. That's
Yeah.
absurd.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That is absurd in your case. Next up is power. You can use power to buy units, but interestingly, if you have at least 20 power, you can buy a banner house. I really would rather you don't do that. A banner house is you make an entire second house under your control that you go back through and do all of this again.
I'm
Sounds
tempted.
really tempting. Really? Got
It's-
34 power.
34 power, so you can buy a lot of units.
I got 25.
So let's see here. You buy units by choosing how disciplined they are, which is on page 138. For instance, if you want to buy train units, they cost 3, and then on the next page, you modify that cost depending on what kind of unit it is.
So is there any, I know you don't want to do banner house, but I'm just curious, is there any pluses to having a banner house?
Yeah. So your banner house they start off with 1 age less than you.
Mm-hmm.
And they will also have power, right? So conceivably, if you get really lucky, you could buy a banner house that's better than your own house, and that brings troops on your behalf.
Uh-huh. But then they could also take over your actual house.
Yes, they
right?
can. Yep. Yes.
So it's like a risky thing.
It is a risky thing.
But
I
you'd
mean,
rather
for
not get into
instance,
right
the
now.
Karstarks were banners of the Stark house,
Right.
and they completely went against the Starks later on because they had a bigger army, and they sided with what's his name, Bolton.
Bolton. Yeah.
Roose Bolton, Warden of the North.
Okay. Well, you said you'd rather not do that. That's a lot of stuff. To get
Yes,
back
it is a
through.
lot. I mean,
For a one shot.
For a one
That-
shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and you only roll 5d6 rather than 76 for the banner houses.
That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Why not try a banner house with its own banner house? Technically, you could do that. Russian nesting dolls. Boop, boop, boop. So, for instance, with pretty much relative ease, you could buy a 5-point veterans, and then spend 7 points turning it into a warship. So, for 12 points, you could buy a very nice fleet. Probably that's not going to help.
Sorry.
So on page 138, you get to choose how trained the unit is.
Okay.
So trained units are like 3, green is 1, veteran is 5. Once you have that base, you go down to the next page and you choose what type of unit it is.
Okay.
So if you want to have trained criminals fighting for you, it will cost 3 plus 1 for 4.
So this is where my money's going.
Yep,
Okay.
this is where this is where your power goes to, not your money.
So
No,
you
I'm
do-
talking about the mercenary.
Train,
Oh, that's mercenary
and
training
then,
level.
troop type, right? So that'd be like the titles for the.
Don't know. Okay, so
Did you have a question, Lexi?
I'll just I mean, so like you have to go back through and like check mark. All right, this is a veteran. This is green.
Yep.
Etc. Etc. Okay.
Yep. So I mean, I'm gonna. These guys have 14 power. I'm gonna get like a unit of house guards. Veteran house guards cost 11. 7 plus 6 is 13. Yep, I can get elite house guards. That's their whole army is like the people who protect their noble lord.
What's
They're-
the discipline modifier?
Go all in mercenary Westerlands guy. That's true. Chat is bringing up an interesting point. You can spend very small amount of money on buying mercenaries, a very small power, and it'll affect your wealth score. But you'll be able to buy very large armies of mercenaries for not a lot of power rating.
Nah, maybe. I was thinking about it because yeah.
All right.
What does okay? So I see where it says mercenary training level. What does that give them though? So
That's
green
their
training.
score. Back up on page 138, it tells you what the discipline rating and experience of the troops are. When you make a warfare roll to fight units in the field, discipline is the skill you roll to see whether they follow your orders or just screw off, or in the
Okay.
cases of extreme failure, whether they just run from the field.
Okay.
So relatively inexperienced troops are very hard to control. They just like walk off the field because they're so
it's-
afraid.
So archers, I need to make. No, they're trained.
5 archers is 8.
Right.
8 trained
So do I
archers.
need to? Okay, so I need to train the archers.
8 is
do that.
16.
So if I wanted to get trained archers, it would be 6 for the archers, right?
Archers are 3 and trained is 3, so it would be 6. Yes, I'm actually buying veteran archers. That's good call. Good call. You made me recognize that I made a mistake.
So, of course, always buy archers.
Elite
What about elite
criminals.
crusaders? Yeah.
So veteran archers would be 8.
I'm gonna buy some cavalry here. Maybe get some elite cavalry. Heck yes. 7,
Okay, I did that
12.
completely wrong. How did I math wrong? Oh, I see
What
what I
about
did.
support? I mean, I assume that's kind of important, right?
I think support is like healers and animal handlers and stuff. Let's take a look. Support is a labor force specifically works to erect fortifications and construct equipment for larger forces, including arms and armor, while providing food, clothes, and medics. Labor units are support troops and are especially vulnerable to attack. Support units care for equipment, erecting tents, cooking, cleaning, and more. Make sure horses that can't explode. I don't know about that. So I have 10 more points. I could get some good stuff. I probably will get a support unit for sure. Train support is 5. These guys have really good armies. They're like House Holloward is probably going to be the main bad guy in terms of army fights. And a garrison.
The bad guy?
Yeah, why not? They're always the bad guy. The ones with the most armies. Trained garrison. That's all their points. Yeah, you know, they put the garrison up front, then they bring in the cavalry around the side, and they let the archers reign over. Dun 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 da da da.
Train garrison. I got 5 left.
Is this like how much?
No, I wanted trained infantry. Never mind. That's what I got. Not garrison.
Like how much? Like how many is in like each?
100. So let's see here. I think it's every cavalry unit is 20, every soldier unit is 100, and I mean that should cover most of it, right? Each unit is 100 men, 20 men and horses, or 5 warships. So, for instance, a cavalry unit has 20 men. Yep, wow, Chad is completely on it. Soundwave is ahead of me.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. How are you doing over there, Pondo? What's your army look like?
Pretty
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm about to get, I think, trained gorillas.
Your monster.
I mean, I got land I need to protect in a small population. I gotta use more particular tactics.
Let's see here.
Never understood why people stood in line to let them be attacked by archers all the time. So veteran archers, trained support, trained infantry, and trained guerrillas.
So if I get like, so Crusaders, that'd be 100 Crusaders, right?
Yep.
That would be
Absolutely.
Okay, and then it was said, how many archers? 20 archers?
Would
Archers are 100.
Mercenaries would still cost a power cost, and then you would take a
Yeah, the power cost is low for them, however.
Yeah, it's like 1. Peasant levies. What does the discipline modifier do again?
Its support is 100 as well. Is that right?
Yep.
Scouts would be 100.
What's the question?
Discipline modifier was
so when you roll to control that unit on the battlefield, that will alter how difficult it is. A positive is not good.
So you want negative.
You want negative.
Okay. And all right, what was it that training did? Oh no, okay, I see.
Training also alters the discipline modifier.
Okay. So it'd be easy, so it's 3. So veterans would be 3 plus. So it'd be 3 plus 3. So I would have to beat a 6. And then support would have to beat a 9. Infantry would have just to beat a 3. No, 6. Guerrillas have to beat a 9. Okay.
I'm looking over your troop costs here, Lexi. I think it's not adding up totally right. Is it? Oh, you put the training score over there. That's what it is. All right. I'm with it. Yeah, so, I understand
and
now.
Then I have like the total cost right here.
Yep.
I'm trying to squeeze in a trained infantry troop with what I have right now.
I think you put 2s instead of 3s, though.
What do you mean?
Under training, you have 7, 3, and then you have a bunch of 2s. But I think trained costs 3.
I see. Yep. It's veteran then trained. Gotcha. Yep. Okay. So that would be actually
still 3 for trained.
Yeah, okay. I gotcha. So I would rather do
you have elite crusaders? Holy shit. It's like a group of really badass knights with crosses showing up and just like, what's up? We've been fighting for 20 years.
We're about to make you laugh hell.
Exactly.
Yeah, I figured that was pretty important. So that would bump this back up to 6 and 6, and I think that might. Right? Yeah, because I was at 32 originally, so that might.
Pondo.
So I got 2 left.
Let's move to your wealth holdings.
Yes.
Each land holding you have, you can buy 2 wealth holdings on, and this is how you get access to additional characters as well. If you buy a sept, you get a septon character. If you buy a maester, you get a maester character to add to your roster of possible people. So if you want extra characters, buying the things is good, and then you'll be able to be like, I send Maester Aemon to this place to do this thing.
Okay.
So
okay, I see the costs and everything.
Yep, I'm gonna buy a sept and
When you say land holding, what do you mean by that?
That's the lands that you bought earlier. So remember,
Okay, so
you made a settlement like on a land with a river. All that for each one of those you have, you can put 2 wealth
to a
buildings
small
on it.
town river. So 5?
I mean, that's all one thing.
Oh, okay. So 1.
You made a small town next to a river that's in a plains or whatever. That's one
Yeah,
thing.
Okay. So 1, I can buy an extra guy.
You get to put 2 things down.
Okay.
So, for instance, I'm putting a sept in a marketplace. Because I feel like having a market allows them to do trade. And these guys are close to King's Landing, so if they're along the road, having some sort of trade caravan place would be very good, and it allows them to pull out a sept.
Okay.
So,
Okay, guild
I
sept.
decide if I want cavalry or crusaders.
You erect a sept of faith to show your family's piety. Hall or larger? Okay, so I have a hall. I have small town. Okay. Influence. A maester. Hall house can benefit from a wisdom. Okay, so I'll buy a maester. And then I say where I want to put them.
not yet.
Okay, so I can get 2 people, right?
Yep.
All right.
So not all these places are going to unlock extra characters, right?
Right.
Sept and Maester will definitely do that.
Right.
For instance, if you have an artisan, you don't get an extra character. You just have all of the cool stuff artisans do. For instance, artisans let you have Castle Forged Steel, which means your swords are all going to be really good.
Right. Meister, minor house, keep meisters to employ. Gain +3 bonus on fortune rolls in addition to your family requires service of a meister. Okay. So I have the money. So I subtract that from my wealth points.
Yep.
So I got a meister, so it went from 44 to 34.
Yes. Okay, so your wealth is going to remain the same.
Oh, okay. It's just that's what I can afford.
Yes, you're investing into it. Yep. Sept and a guild. That sounds great.
Okay, so Meister.
Guild. What do they make at this guild?
This Forge House or Castle count as Castle Forge. Cover benefits from fortification defense 1.
Leatherworking and furs. Cavalry is very good, by the way, Lexi. Cavalry is amazing at killing people.
Except.
Oh, I think you're muted.
I am, yeah. I was typing, I was asking chat, and I realized my mic was unmuted, and it was kind of clickety clackety. Goes keyboard. Yeah, I was thinking like Crusaders, but then I had the the original idea of a Crusader in my head, which was slightly cavalry oriented.
I like your unit layout so far. Elite cavalry supported by trained archers, scouts, and support. That's good. That's good.
And that uses all that gets rid of all of my PowerPoints.
It does. If you're ready to move on to wealth,
I am. Okay.
So you get to buy buildings that go on your land. With 32 wealth, I mean the classic buy here is Maester and Sept. If you do that, you'll have a Maester and a Septon or Septa to put on the map and move around. They're extra characters for you.
Okay.
But don't let me decide it. Maybe you want to have a mind on your land.
But what about Godswood? Let me see. It allows you to add 2d6 minus, but that's 2d6 minus 6.
Yeah, it's random.
That's like well, I mean, you could put like a couple of them on there, right? And
then, yes, but you can only build 2 for each terrain that you have.
I'm gonna get.
And you only have 1 type of terrain.
That's right. Okay.
You have a mountainous, dense woods, small town on the river.
Okay, so I'm getting a Meister and a mine.
That's a good combination.
It will help with the -10 I took. So
So how this is gonna work is I'm gonna have to get somebody to like draw stuff for me real quick, but we'll back on the Roll20, we'll like put our towers and keeps and such down, we'll put our mines on the table, and then we'll like have maesters and septons and all of our noble characters. And every month we'll be like, we'll secretly decide I'm gonna move this here, this here, this here. And someone could be like, all right, I'm going to Pondo's mine with my maester because I want to undermine him. I want to get a sweet deal from their mine runner. Like, oh, sell us iron ore for 10% less, and here's why, because God wants you to do it. Let me explain the economics of the system to you, my boy. If you sell us this ore at a discount, you'll actually make money. I'm a maester, I know these things. Here, let me explain it to you for 10 hours. And when two characters collide in a situation, we'll have a scene.
all right.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go with a maester, marketplace, and a port.
So you can only get 2 things.
Ooh.
Yep, you can only fit 2 things on any one piece of land. You
I
actually
really like
have
the
water?
marketplace.
Oh, you do have water.
I do. I have a river. But I'm really liking the marketplace port combo. Gain
That's a good
+5
one.
bonus on Also, if you have a marketplace, whenever a house port indicates, you should increase your wealth. Add one plus 1d6 instead of just +1.
Okay, so you're a very mercantile people.
Well, I'm trying to decide because my fortune is -4. So the idea that it might be kind of far-reaching that I'll actually get that plus. Were you explaining about the Maester? He's a playable character?
Yes, so you'll add a maester to your roster of people that you can send out into the world to do things.
I see. So basically, everyone would have the same amount of playable characters that I currently have.
I mean, so you have 4 characters, and if you get a maester, you'll have 5.
Okay.
So you'll be able to do a lot of things. So, for instance, let's say you want to send your army to go to war. A character has to lead that army.
Okay.
And if more than one character is in the army, they will be able to divide the units between them and perform more advanced maneuvers.
Multiple
So if
generals,
it's just one person, they all have to remain together in like a bubble around that person.
I see. So basically, and you can't have like lieutenants and stuff. It just literally has to be general noble
Yes,
person.
I mean that's very keeping with Game of Thrones battles. There's always like that one
True.
guy who shouts the orders.
True.
Jon Snow, that
nobleman.
mother. Like, could Jon Snow win a battle for once? That's all I'm saying. Like just one time.
We'll find out. He got, No, I think I'll go with Maester because he can also do diplomatic stuff. Okay. So I'll do Maester.
I'm gonna send all my maesters to Pondo, but from both houses, and just be like, "Have you considered pacifism instead of war? Let me tell you about the benefits of not being at war."
So if I get a septa, then that would be the same thing. I could basically use
Yep.
them as like try to convert people or
Exactly.
like,
You could be like, "By the way, have you considered joining our particular church?
all right, yeah.
God wants you to give us this iron ore."
Okay, whew. I must miss the requirement, but I have a small town. All right.
Yes.
So I'll do the maester in the set. Give me a nice 7 because I'm really looking at using my my people as the generals. So.
Next up, you don't have to generate a coat of arms. If you want to, you definitely can. But you do need a motto for your house, and that's like "Hear Me Roar," which I think is the Lannisters are "Hear Me Roar." You know the House Stark words. Winter is coming. You've heard them 10 million times.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. This is House Zephyr. What do they got? I feel like they've got "Be Prepared." And House Hollowward, they're literally treacherous bastards with a giant army. They probably have something really militant, like "We take what we need." I like that. We take what we need.
Motto.
Strong Pondo, you looking for a motto?
I'm thinking.
Hmm.
All right. The easy thing is to just take titles of Disney songs, and that's your life motto.
It's our money.
The seaweed is always better. It's somebody else's lake.
It's our money. Back off.
Oh my gosh, you're from Lannister land. Your motto is all that glitters is gold.
I think I'm going with it's our money. Back off.
It's our money back off. Wow.
Hakuna Matata. Huh?
What a wonderful phrase.
This new word.
I can say that my population was
Ain't
kicked
no
out
passing
because they wanted
craze.
money, and I didn't want to give it to them.
For the rest of your days.
They decided to revolt, so I told them to get out.
Wow, this goes so long. It's
Yeah, mottos are hard. Yeah. Trying to think.
We ascended from the ground ourselves.
You
Improved
literally,
our land.
your house believes that they were formed out of gold, and a living gold statue aided the king.
We came
Oh.
here and dug gold from our own bare hands.
I love the idea of
which that we once recrusted our streets with it. Then we needed the money, so we took it off the streets and made regular roads.
I'm so shiny is a really, really good one. Incredible. So let's see what kind of characters I'm gonna make for these people. We've got a lord, a lady, and probably a household knight, and a septa.
Okay, what's next?
So you've got your motto, right?
Yes.
You also need we skipped this part, but you also need house colors so that we know what color to do in chat, and so that we know what color clothing you wear. All of your characters are going to be the 1 or 2 shades of color that you choose.
Okay.
So Aerosito has to make all these characters, so I feel like color coordinating them is a good idea, so that when we see them in a scene, we're like, oh, you're the red character, and you're the blue character, and you're the green character.
I would like to be gold.
Of course you would. Of course
No, I'm
you
joking.
would. No, I mean, that's good. Go with it. Go with your instincts.
Lexi, what did you pick? Or have you picked yet?
For house colors,
Yes.
I'm gonna do pink, white, and gray.
Too extreme. Pink, white, and gray. All right.
I'm
Probably
not trying to hide.
gold, purple, and what's another regal color?
Black.
Oh yes, purple,
Purple.
gold, and black.
I'm probably gonna go with 1 or 2 colors. So
I should write that down, right?
Yes.
All right, chat. What do you feel about House Sapphire? I know we haven't heard a lot about them, but these were they were a member of the Kingsguard. They have to have white as one of their colors. Black and yellow? Oh, for sure, black and yellow is going to be House Holloward's colors. Black and yellow. Yeah, you know what it is. Everything I do it big. Why dine with a clown when you can dine with a king? I love that picture. It's so good. The Burger King anime character. Have you seen that, Lexi?
Oh, no, I have not. I've seen the McDonald's one.
Yeah, no, Burger King is real good. Let me see if I can find it in my meme folder.
Yes, please.
I maximize my memes.
Wow, I saw your hentai folder.
My hentai folder?
You shouldn't keep it on your desktop.
What?
No,
I feel like you're reading too much into this.
I am reading way too much into it. But all your things are in a cross. I saw that.
All my things are in a cross?
Your icons?
Oh, are they? Let me see back here.
Kind of like
Oh, they are. So, every time my main monitor turns off, it takes 6 seconds to turn back on. So when I bring my computer back from sleep mode, they just randomly rearrange the icons every single time.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yep, it's
It's
terrible.
brilliant. It's
Super
brilliant.
annoying.
So when you're like they're in a cross, I'm like, are they? I mean, I guess it's possible.
I probably felt like doing it today. All right. So I chose the colors.
There it is.
What's the next step after the colors?
The next step after the colors, you got your motto.
Yes, I got the motto, got the colors.
It's gonna be, I think it's making the characters is the last step. No, it's answering questions about your lords and ladies. Hop down to page 150.
All right.
So you're gonna want to make the leader of your house, whether it's a lord or a lady, probably an heir, and then if you have extra characters, you can pick up retainers, servants, and household knights. So that's like if you wanted to have a holy knight who serves your house and send him out to beat the hell out of people on your behalf. You know.
And we picked to be one of these as well for our characters, or
Yes. So you have to have a household leader, and you should probably have an heir. But if you really don't want to have one, I guess I can't make you.
got you. Okay.
Pictures. I really want this to be canon
yeah,
for
to-
Pondo, that he's literally just the Burger King guy.
No. Oh shit! I do smile all the time. Might as well be stuck in my face. Okay. So we have to write all this down. Is she still alive? How old is she? Okay, so
All right, there it is in
Household.
chat. Lexi, Burger King guy, and Wendy's girl as anime characters.
household leader
You're muted again.
would be lady. Lady.
Is Lexi Wendy's girl?
Lady. Let me just pop in my random name generator real quick.
There we go. We need to start a what do you call it? We need to start a GoFundMe to get a red wig for Lexi. You're still muted.
Okay, I need a crown apparently.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Yep,
Yeah, I did see that. I saw both those things.
they're good.
Very good. Yeah, give me a striped shirt as well as the wig. I can be pretty sarcastic. If I really, really want to.
She'll be Lady Luciana.
Give me burgers.
Will be the household leader.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can we make our? I mean, I know it said in the instructions that for Dorn you can make women leaders, but can you make a?
Yes, yeah. So what it mean is that their husband's not alive.
Okay.
So it would be the leading lady. Yep. If you want to have a female leader, I mean, we talked about it. It's definitely going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, apparently Soundwave is making sigils. If people want to grab one, you can get it at the. Let's see. He said there's like some place you can make it. Wow, this is really good, dude. Game of Thrones has an official sigil creator.
Yeah, it had something on here before. Air.
It's dank as hell, man. House Zuckerberg? No thanks. How do you manage so many campaigns at once? I think I only have 3 campaigns right now. Not having a life. Dividing the increasingly fractured parts of my mind.
It ends up even leveling out eventually.
Yeah, of course.
She's gonna be a female.
Create my house. Let's run through this. House name.
The heir will be Lady Emmeline.
There's no male heirs.
Nope.
Add your icon. I probably don't have any icons.
Okay.
Background.
So after, okay, so I picked the, okay, now I need to pick one other, no, yeah, it's one other person besides me.
Hello.
So I need to pick what this guy's going to be. What was the guy who leads the armies? The Master at Arms?
Maybe. I feel like that's Master at
Okay.
Arms is the household guard.
Okay.
Master at Arms interacts they also train. Who does lead the armies? That's a great question. I think the Lord is basically expected to do it. Master at Arms should be able to do it as well, as would any vassal knights.
Lord.
How did this happen?
I'll have a Master at Arms. Then I'll be a vassal knight. If I can do that.
No icons. What house?
We can only make however many we were rolled versus our maester / septa. Is that correct?
So maesters and septins have they're not a pre-generated. So there is a maester. If you go on roll 20, you go to the handout section. There's a pre-made maester that we'll use because that's very fast. But yeah, if you want to roll up a lord or a lady or something, definitely feel free.
I did not invest in Garrison. Okay.
Where's this? Okay, there's that. See, I didn't see the rolling thing.
Anointed Knights. Do they have warfare? Yeah, Pondo. Anointed Knights are actually pretty good at leading armies. They have warfare 3.
So I just need to do Anointed Knight?
Yep. Unlike Hedge Knights, who are losers and dumb. Actually, they have warfare 3. Okay, they ain't bad.
So I'm slightly confused.
Okay.
So we're picking our characters. Where are we? What are we rolling for? I mean,
Lady Cat.
Where's the?
All right, so on page 151, there's questions here. You don't have to ask them, but you can. Who's in the top left? That's Pondo the Mad over there. You can find more about him at Pondo the Mad. You can answer the questions there. But if you want to make a character, I see your main character's name is Lady Cat, who's the Lord of the House. Well, I guess Lady of the House.
Right.
You literally go through character creation and make that character.
Okay.
Their status level needs to be the same as your house's status level, so I think that's a 5. So make sure when you're making the character, you put enough experience to get a status level 5 character.
Okay, so I'm still slightly confused with that.
All right. So when you're ready to make the characters, hop to page 56 in the book.
So I made those.
And we'll walk through character creation.
Do we pick the names and stuff for the Meister guy as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I think Maesters only have one name though. Like Aemon or whatever. They have to give up their noble name.
Right.
I see. So
I haven't picked the house name yet, so I haven't gave him a house name yet.
So there are different. Okay, so that's retainer, etc., etc. I see this now. Okay, I was just on the wrong page.
You know what house you're from. You pick your character concept, like lands, status, etc., etc. Your role. I feel like for you, your role might be schemer.
Me?
Don't let me lock you into anything though. But so the character creation outline's on page 58. I think that's right.
And you have to do one through every single, or you can do one for every single.
You can do one for every single character if you would like. If not, you can just say, I want to do one of the pre-generated characters. So I noticed you have Anointed Knight there, right?
Right.
So you can literally just say, all right, I'm going to use the Anointed Knight pre-gen. Boom, you're done.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just go with the Hedge Knight pre-gen.
You get 4 characters, so you have Lord of the House, Male Heir, Anointed Knight, and you have a Maester and a Sept. So you actually get 1 extra character on there.
Oh, really?
Right? Because you have Maester and Septa from having a Maester and a Sept. And you get... Those are outside the number of characters you can have. Oh, you get 4 characters.
Yeah, I get 4 characters because my thing is 5.
Yes. Yep. Lady Cat, Sororic, 2 others, then your Maester and your Septa.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Wow, you're literally gonna be able to be like, I'm gonna put my people everywhere and do everything at the same time, and no
I'm
one
gonna be
can
doing
stop me.
so many tactical maneuvers on the battlegrounds. I'm so excited. I played Total War so much as a kid.
Which one?
Age of Empires. My favorite is Medieval 2 Total War, but I've also played, Rome Total War,
I like Shogun 2.
Attila Total War is one I have now too. I never played Shogun,
I was
which is weird. 'Cause it's like a
99
weeb.
worldwide.
Really?
Yep, for the first month of Shogun 2, I was number 99 worldwide ranked in multiplayer. I couldn't go up and I couldn't go down. I had a build where the general was a cavalry rider, and every time he charged with his troops into melee, it would cause a riot chain. Everyone he hit with his sword, they would all begin routing. And so I'd spread them out as wide as possible to hit as many units as possible and run them into melee, and the whole enemy line would just start retreating out of battle. It was so cheap. It was the most OPS build in the world. It's not easy being number 99 in the world at something, though.
I feel like it takes like a lot of. I feel like it'd be stressful, right?
I mean, I was playing 10 games a day using that strategy. It was awesome. It was awesome. Then they patched it and I was done. I was like, I'm not going to come up with a new strategy. I already hit a key winning one. I'm out of the game now. I'll get free drinks for years on that story. I didn't. Age of Empires, huh? I never played that. I was more a Civilizations fan.
See, I feel Civilization like move kind of slow for me personally. Well, I guess it's still like Total War, right? But I grew up with Age of Empires in my later years, quote unquote.
You're in your 20s.
I know. That's why it's quote unquote. In my later years, quote unquote, I started getting into Total War. But like Age of Empires was my jam. I played every single one, all the way up to. I can't remember. There was one where I couldn't play anymore. It was really sad because my computer just was not good enough anymore to play it. Back in the time when I had a potato for a computer.
I know about that. You went full anime, by the way.
I did.
Yeah, so, Kakashi's like 20-something in Naruto, in the original Naruto. And there's a scene where he and Rock Lee are standing around and they're like, we're so old now. We need to leave the fight to the next generation. And I'm like, dude, you guys aren't even 30 yet. What are you talking about?
Because all the protagonists in our antagonists.
Oh, you might guy.
Antagonists in anime are always in high school or younger.
Yeah.
So of course there's gonna be two.
Rurouni Kenshin, man, that was a good one. He was an adult. He got done murdering tons and tons of people for the government.
Let's see. All right, so I have an heir, annoying knight, lady of the house, Maester Septa. One more. I mean, I might just do another anointed knight just because I want to have multiple people that can.
You might not go wrong with something like a castellan. That's a person who stays at your home
Tower.
base when you leave.
My little tower.
Yeah, they stay at your tower and manage it for you when you're gone.
Kind of like the that creepy dude in Lord of the Rings.
Which?
Gondor.
Oh, yeah.
He was Castellan.
Yeah, he was Castellan, you're right, because he
Gondor.
wasn't king. Yep. Exactly, like that, except less creepy. I mean, unless that's what you're looking for in a Castellan.
No.
Gondor wants no aid. Gondor needs no aid.
him and
Worm tongue.
yeah.
You have no power here, Gandalf.
Let's see.
The Two Towers was amazing.
I don't see the Castellan on here.
So you would just use a noble pre-gen character.
Okay. So just be a noble.
They're pretty good at running places when you're not around.
Young adult schemer. Okay. But I mean, like, he doesn't have to stay if I don't want him to, right?
No. You can like send him other places to like go do intrigues and stuff. Like
Right,
trick
because I'll have a
people.
noble and an heir, so like,
Yep.
and then the lady of the house could always stay with Castellan, right?
Yep. Or you can leave. I mean, you can literally do whatever you want. It's your characters. All I have to say is if you leave and someone else moves a character into your house while you're gone, and it's just like, oh hey guys, I'm visiting. I just felt like maybe I'd go check your defenses real quick and see how tall the tower is. Are there any secret doors around here?
I
I'm not
see.
scoping out or anything.
Okay. It's like no big deal.
So what?
You
Okay.
go ask Pondo's staff, how attached are you to your current noble? Have you considered taking a pay raise to knife him in the back?
What's this about pay?
Oh, my lord, I thought you were out of town.
No, I never leave.
Is
I
that
pay people to
canon?
leave for me.
Is that canon? Your character just sits on his golden throne.
I mean, I've got the money and I'm middle aged.
Yeah.
I never leave. What are you talking about?
I love the idea that you're like summoned to a tournament and you're like, the tournament will be held outside my house. I'll pay for it. All of it. Just bring it here.
Just bring it here. I don't have time to get up and go over there. Where is it?
I don't
100
know.
miles. You're insane.
I feel like you might be playing me.
I don't mean to be, if I am.
No, don't worry. It's a good character to play. He'll die at the end. I don't know. I feel like we've lost Virgil. "50 servants dragging him while he sits on the throne." Yeah, they get one of those pelican thrones that they have to like carry over their shoulders. Perfect. Perfect. House motto: "It's my money and I need it now."
Jack.
Oh my God.
House
House Wentworth: "If you've got long-term payments and you need cash now."
I have a hard time on names. I've always had the most difficult part, well, one of the most difficult parts for character customization and in games and stuff is always the name. So I can come back to that.
Yeah.
Fine.
There's also a name generator that I can probably throw your way
Okay.
from donjon.com.
Oh, for house name?
Yep. Oops, that didn't work out. Well,
Oh, my house name is Winewood.
Winewood. Is that with a Y, like WYNE
Yep.
wood?
Really
Sick.
regal.
Sick.
Sebastian Winewood.
Spelled Sebastian wrong. Actually, well, maybe you spelled it right. Is that how you're spelling it? Instead of
Yes.
SEB?
Because that's what popped up in the random name generator.
Amazing. Sebastian Winewood. Wait, you're a hedge knight? That's the noble lord?
Yes.
All right.
I don't know.
Just real quick.
Let me double check.
Make sure that you set the status of that character for whatever the status of your house is. For.
Okay.
Because your noble house leader is the one who is in control. So you use status to like go up to people and be like, "I'm a very important noble, and that's why you should let me in this town in front of these peasants. I don't want to deal with paperwork. Do it for me."
Okay. So yeah, I have written down that my status is 4. Where can I get a? Yeah, I could probably just pick up a. What page are we on now?
Depends. What is it that you are doing?
Is there anything? Okay, no, that's a.
If you aren't making your own character, you are done.
Yeah, I actually close my names and my motto, which I can, it'll just take me a little bit.
You
I
need
can,
to
like-
you need to go to your chat for mottos, but it'll probably involve something about dragon waifu lollies.
Let me.
Hentai, yeah, no, I think I'll
You're like, maybe I'll step away from that.
maybe
No,
I'll do it. Maybe I'll think about it on my own, So yeah.
So,
This will be live update. I'm just gonna leave this up, and I'll probably
you know what? Let's make him a noble.
So I just want to call your attention before we get too deep into things to page 153. If you can pop over there real quick, and that will be the end of house creation. This is the house fortunes roll.
Okay.
So what happens is at the end of every month, whoever you leave in like your main town area will need to make a status test, which, you know, for your main noble character, for most of you it's 4 and Lexi is 5 status. You roll that many dice, and the outcome tells you what happens that month. And based on if chat is all using your colors or not, whoever has the most people in chat repping for them will get to shift their test in one direction or the other. So if you get curse and you're like, oh, well, blessing is on either side of curse, I'm going to move to blessing. So it's like a get out of jail free card.
Okay.
So as you can see, higher rolls have a better chance of being good, and low
Right.
rolls have a really good chance of being terrible.
So I'd roll 46 minus. Well, it'd be -3 now.
Yes, because you have a modification to your house fortunes.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna try it real quick?
Sure.
Break us off with a little random roll.
Let's do it. 46 minus 3. 10.
That's bad. Your house is in decline for the month.
Yes.
As a result, see here. Oh, it's in the narrator section. Consult chapter 11, the narrator.
Jeez. Okay. Did I just roll low? Is that it? Yeah. No. Well, that -3 doesn't help me.
Yeah, on a 46, you're gonna come away with like a 12. So you actually rolled slightly. Well, you rolled pretty much exactly average.
It's pretty. Yeah. All right.
House Fortunes, page 263. Oops, that's 253. Special skill, conceal animal. When a house is in decline, it reflects a diminish of one or more resources. Declines shift a house fortune, such as loss of land, weakening of defenses, outbreak of sickness, or other minor. Decline should reduce one resource by 1 point. Oh my gosh. That's really good. If someone gets a decline and then you find that one stat they put everything into and then lower it by 1 and you're like, no, I lost one of my armies.
Ah.
I lost the river that was beside my town. Apparently it just dried up.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
That's how it works.
That's bad.
Yeah, it is bad.
Okay, so
I couldn't just go out to my wealth.
Okay. So I would take mine from my law, right? So it'd be a fortune modifier -4. Then I'd add 6 for my maester and my set, right?
Yes.
So
Yep.
that'd be a 46 plus 2?
Yep.
You know, it's better than taking the -10.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
All right.
13. Let's see what
You
that ends up
would
being.
have 5d6, wouldn't you? Because your status.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Roll
So
again. Plus 2.
17. Decline.
Nice.
Oh, so you can get decline even a high roll.
Oh
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah. There's a decline.
I see. It's spread throughout. Okay.
Yep. So it's better to have a higher number, but in
But you can still hit it no matter what. Got it.
yeah. So in all reasonableness, you're gonna hit somewhere between a 9 and a 20 on average.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not exact math. I'm sure someone will in the comment section 3 years from now on YouTube be like, actually, Arthur, on 46,
So
the average roll is between this and this. And whoever that is, thanks for doing the math for me.
Anywhere from 1
That's
and
not bad, actually. I'm going to put that in as a potential motto.
Long have we grown strong?
Potential motto. It's actually along the lines of what I was trying to go for.
I might change my motto when I think of something better. But I think I might go with "It's our money, back off."
It's like a really coherent universe, and then your characters just say, "It's our money, back off." Like, if you do that, I expect your characters to all be like abrasive hedgehogs that anytime someone gets near them, they're like, "Get away from me! You want my money, don't you?"
We work really hard for that money.
The High Sparrow comes by and is just like, "Has any member of House Winewood ever put a pick to the ground? Have you ever gotten your hands dirty with the dust of the earth?"
No, we haven't done that since we built this place. Now we have other people do it for it. Actually, we're running out of people. Should work on that.
Yeah, that's a very serious
Maybe we should
problem.
stop throwing them out when they revolt over because we're not paying them enough.
I feel like your maester leans in and is just like, "Sir, have you considered just paying them more?"
What?
Nah.
Why would I do that?
So I'm gonna... Do I have a stream tomorrow night? What do I got going on?
I don't know.
I do, I have Fortnite. I might cancel that and do more prep for this instead. Because I need to get a bunch of images, like images of towers and halls and septons and lords and ladies, so that we can put them on the map and move them around.
Okay.
Do you have any questions, Lexi? You look inquisitive.
No. I think I've got everything, and anything I need. I'll just
Got
shoot
your
you a
character
quick
together?
message. Almost. Like I said, I just need to get my get the names for the last few. But I have my main character in my head ready to go. As long as I have like what I want them to do, basically.
So there are character sheets on here. I don't think I made them available to you guys, which probably would be a great plan.
Nope.
If you want to put like your main...
The fatal.
And if you want to have more character sheets, just let me know and I can make them.
Okay.
Condos.
Oh, I did change my motto. I did think of something else. Wealth can truly be built from dirt.
Oh man, that's so insulting. We're gonna do some advanced level stuff right here. I'm sending you guys on Discord a macro. So if you can hop on Roll20 and pick the collection button, it looks like 3 lined paragraph things. Go to macros and click add, and then drop that macro in there. I'll explain what it does.
Okay.
So, 4 dice, 5. Perfect.
So we need to put that as a macro?
Yep. Just have that as a macro. You'll be able to quickly make rolls rather than having... So, you're going to have a lot of characters, and you might not have their stats available quickly. And this lets us speed roll.
What, test dice? It brings up an input value?
Yep. So for instance, if you have a status of 5, you would do 5 test dice. Difficulty is usually going to be about 9.
Okay.
And it will tell you how many degrees of success. Alright, so 2d6 means that you succeeded by at least 10 points. Degrees of success can be spent to do extra stuff. I think if you're fighting someone, extra degrees of success deals additional damage. Degrees of failure. Is Lexi going to be queen? She's going to be lady. We'll see about being queen.
That's the plan.
I heard she's in love with being queen, but she'll never be a royal.
So wait, is there a way to easily put that in there? Or do I need to type
Easily
it
put it in where?
to make it a macro?
In the upper right hand corner, roll 20. Next to the gear widget, there's a
Yeah.
collection button. Then hit add under macros. Then drop that in the actions line.
Gear collection. Why am I not seeing it?
Upper right hand corner, the gear.
Yeah, I see gear. And that, okay,
To the
collection.
left of it is collection.
Yeah, I pressed add and it gives me a blank.
A blank macro, right?
Yes.
Yep. Just put a name in and then copy paste that text that I put in Discord, or not Discord.
Oh, and Zoom. Okay, that's
Zoom
okay.
chat. Yep.
Gotcha. I'm just the one being silly. Don't worry.
The night is dark and full of tales.
Ha 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 ha. That's a great motto.
Indeed. Is that Momo just dark
That is
tailing her
Momo.
way through the night?
She is. She's like,
Yeah.
I miss you so much. I'm gonna sit in your lap and cuddle.
Must be nice having a cat that doesn't try to kill you every 5 days.
Yeah, she will bite me still. She'll nibble.
Alright, so test die. Wait. So test die is 4 or your status?
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
test-
you can put whatever it is. Like, if you wanted to test your fighting dice, you would just
Okay.
put that in, and then you'd ask what difficulty you're going against, and I would tell you. If you
And
get
it's
at least a
usually
1
9.
degree of success, you've succeeded in doing what you want.
Difficulty is usually 9. Got it.
Yep. You have failed. And you
Yes.
almost completely failed.
I did.
Yes. So a -8 is actually 1 degree of success because you go from 1 to 0 and then 0 to -1.
Hmm.
Yep. Okay. If we don't have anything else, I think we should start wrapping up. Definitely, if the audience has questions, you can ask me or ask any of our characters here. And if you guys have questions as players for me, let me know. Because we just spent like almost 2 hours making characters, but I think we're ready.
Mm-hmm.
We have good plans. Lexi, specifically, I know you want to fight and slut your way across Westeros. Westeros. You should probably take a look at the intrigue chapter, just so that you know how it works. So that it's like how you break down a conversation, how you
awesome.
slowly get someone to do what you want.
All right, awesome. That sounds cool. So intrigue.
Perfect. Outros, Pondo. Let's start with you. You've got a lot of fans in the audience tonight.
Do I?
You do. You do. People called you the golden voiced. I mean, can't get better than that.
I've not seen that at all.
It happened.
Yeah, I'm Pondo the Mad, or just Pondo. I have YouTube and stuff. I will be streaming probably all of next week, if not most, for XCOM 2, getting ready for the DLC and stuff. So you can catch me out on Twitch there, and then I'll be uploading that stuff over to YouTube as well.
Lexi,
what's up?
What's going on with you? Where can people find you when you do things?
I do lots of things, generally Wednesday through Sunday, barring today, of course. I was on a trip. I am a streamer. I generally stream League of Salt, or also known as League of Legends. You can find me at twitch.tv/LexiTells, and that's also my tag for all of my social media. If you're a big fan of anime, a weeb in general, you should definitely pop by. I think we have a special spot. I mean, you just look at my room right behind me. I mean, this is a small dosage of what is in store for you. You come hang out with us. So.
Have you been watching My Hero Academy, by the way?
No, I haven't had a chance to watch any anime in like the past little bit, and it's very frustrating. But I'm gonna remedy that now that things have slowed down officially. So yeah, I have a huge list of anime that I have to watch, and it just keeps growing. So I've seen the first episode, and it looks really good just from that.
Very good. Yes. I'm old and tired. Welcome to 11 o'clock, which is now officially my bedtime, I guess. I gotta go herd cats on Discord. make sure everybody's playing nice with each other in Star Wars. We'll be back on Tuesday night to ruin each other's lives as I really want to haze Pondo's character so bad. Like, I want to absolutely have an army show up at his front door. It's just be like, what's that? You want to pay us money to go away? Sounds great.
I'll gladly do that.
Who said that? What the hell
right.
are you doing on my lawn?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the lawn would be on fire at that point.
Oh, that's just quite rude.
It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night. I'll see you guys then. Have a good evening.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming out, by the way.